All right, everybody. Welcome to the Motoverse AMA at PinkSale. My name is Shono. Today we have the team here from Motoverse. We've got Ronnie Jang, Arsen, Donny, Frank, and I think that's everybody. And we have a very nice looking measuring tape and monitor.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Hang on. Let me
That's okay.
close my screen share for a while. Okay, I think this is. I have to just. I'll just do this. I'll just do this.
Yep, I'll just wait for you to turn that around.
Okay,
You can
hang on.
minimize your telegram and it should work okay.
Sure. Hang on. I do this, and I'll just. Okay.
Oh, just lost your face. Ronnie, we've just lost you, buddy. Maybe you cut out or hit the wrong button. Yep, I can see your face now.
Yeah. Can you hear me right now? Yeah. Okay. Sure.
All right. Well, yeah, Ronnie, let's get started. Welcome again, and thank you for coming to PinkSale to host your AMA, mate. Yeah, if you'd like to please introduce yourself, maybe you can introduce the rest of the team if they're not native in English speaking, and then yeah, we will start to learn about Motoverse.
Okay, so thank you so much everybody who is joined in this wonderful AMA tonight. So Motoverse is actually a very interesting project. We have three main partners. The first partner is me. I'm one of the co-founders. I'm Ronnie Jang. Just a bit of chit chat, yeah. So my background is actually from the capital market. So I do have a listed company here in Indonesia. So we do aware about the importance of how to maintain the liquidities and how to manage the project, how to keep the projects as well sustained and everything. So that is pretty much my just a quick background from me. And my second partner here is Frank Lee. Frank, I'll just speak on behalf of him. So Frank is he's coming from China, and he's been living in the UK. So he's an angel investor. So Frank has a lot of experience in more like an investing environments and also projects when it's at the early stages all the way to the success of the project. So Frank is our second partner, and the third partner here is Bill. But unfortunately, he cannot join tonight because Bill has something to do. Bill is also based in China, and Bill is also our CTO. So Bill has done about four projects before this one. So this will be Bill's fifth projects that will be launched on PinkSale. So that is like a quick recap on our background. So I'm actually based in Indonesia. So maybe if you guys heard about Indonesia, right now we are at the center of, people keep talking about Indonesia being a very resilient country. So we have about 250 million population currently today, and we also have a very large millennial generation age. And also there are many startups and especially the unicorns and soon to be decacorns growing up in Indonesia. So we are now at the center, one of the center of Southeast Asian economics, and also because of our population is so huge, 250 million people lives here. So we can see if we do a projects that can catch Indonesian people's heart, and of course not just Indonesian but also a country around Indonesia like Singapore, Philippines, and everything there. So that will be a big success for us. So because we think that when we start in a country where we have such a large populations and a very big groups of millennial, especially now the trend is like everybody in Indonesia holding the smartphones and everybody's aware of these technologies of Web 3.0, etc. So now is like the right times for Indonesian projects to actually launch up. So that is like a quick recap from me, San. So should I call you San or something?
You can call me Sean. That's okay.
San.
Shono,
Okay,
Cena,
perfect.
whatever. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay,
So
perfect.
I had a AMA with an Indonesian project a while ago. It was an NFT marketplace-based project, and
Thank you.
they mentioned that gaming projects and NFT projects, crypto adoption in general in Indonesia is actually quite large, or it's quite big. Um, sorry, we
That's
just
correct.
lost you
That's
again.
correct.
Uh, yep, your screen's just gone to the back again.
Yeah,
Um,
because I'm preparing the presentation, so I'm using two
oh, okay,
devices.
yeah.
So yeah, pardon
No,
if
no, that's okay.
something messy. Yeah. Hang on,
No problem. I just wanted to make sure you weren't dropping out. So yeah, we learnt that cryptocurrency in Indonesia is actually quite large, really, and it's widely adopted there. So yeah, to be keen to hear what your project is about and what avenue you guys are taking with regards to P2E, NFT marketplace, NFTs, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I'll let you get into it, Ronnie, and take us through.
Okay, sure, sure. Um, Yeah, so hopefully you can see my screen right now, right? So we are having this presentation right now. So I just a quick recap. So what is Motoverse? Maybe before I even start, so let's just say that let me try to open with these sentences lah. So we believe that everybody, not just Indonesia, but everybody around the world, they commute to go somewhere every day. Like they go somewhere almost every day. When they go somewhere, they travel by cars, they travel by bikes, they travel using maybe public transportations, buses, or anything. So the point is that everybody around the world always goes somewhere every single day. So we make use of that fact and we create this environment, this system called Motoverse. So what is actually a Motoverse? So Motoverse, in a nutshell, is a Web 3.0 lifestyle apps, and we have a built-in GameFi and SocialFi element. So how does it work? So first of all, we pretty much like give rewards for every time people drive. So maybe you've heard about the expression like, "Oh, I waste my time when inside the car. Oh, there are so much traffic, especially in Indonesia, in Jakarta. I spend 1 hour or 2 hours go to the airport. I spend 1 hour to go to the office every day. So why don't we make that driving experience becoming productive?" So that's what we do here. So the game or the system or this application works like this. First, the user starts by purchasing our NFT if they have our NFT, if they rent our NFT, or if they own our NFT somehow. And then after they buy our NFT, they can equip their NFT inside the application. And then what you need to do is just very simple. You just need to click drive and then you drive in the real world. So this is the application that pretty much combines the experience in both the digital world and also the real world experience. So once you equip your NFT inside this application, what all you need to do is just drive like a normal daily activities that you do. So you go to this. Let's say I want to go to meet my girlfriend. Let's say, oh, I want to meet my girlfriend somewhere in a shopping mall. I equip my NFTs, and then once I equip my NFT, I drive to there. Once I arrive in destinations, so I click stop in the application, and the application will directly give me token rewards, and that token rewards can be converted right away into USDT in our application. So we want to make a driving experience to become more productive. So that is what a Motoverse is all about. And because we are in the age of NFT, so these NFTs that we produce is everything about transportation. So we have in here in this presentation we have 4 types of NFTs. So we have pedals NFT, cross NFT, Harley's NFT, and racing NFT. So it works like a real world transportation. So sometimes you have a motorcycle that can drive fast. Sometimes you have maybe a bike for you to commute. So this NFT, they have each of them, they have different pricing, and also they have different speed requirements for you to be able to earn these tokens. And since we want to make a driving experience more fun, basically everything about gaming experience we embedded into this application. So because this NFT is not just a normal NFT, so this NFT, they have attributes.
which means that every time you drive, every time you collect experience from drivings, so this NFT can be leveled up. So let's say you have an NFT level 0 and you buy it at $100. After you after you use this NFT for like 1 or 2 months, and then you try to upgrade your NFT, you put gems there, you put accessories in your NFT, just like a real motorcycles, which means after you add all these extra attributes, whenever later you sell the NFT, this NFT will get a higher value because the higher attributes NFT will contribute to higher returns in token earning. So just imagine, because I'm also coming from the property background. So just imagine if, let's say, this NFT is like an investment for a condotel or even like an apartment unit. So when you buy an apartment unit, when you want to sell or when you want to rent your apartment units, if let's say you put interiors in your apartment unit, you put more accessories in your apartment unit, later when you sell it, it has more values. So this means that the NFT you can actually calculate the yield for each of these NFT. That actually answer most of the questions, because as far as we know, like there are some NFT that always goes with the hype lah. So let's say like I have an NFT, I buy it for like $10,000 or $100,000, but once the hype is over, then this NFT doesn't have value anymore. Just a simple supply and demand rules. But this NFT is a bit different because they have these attributes. So one NFT with higher attributes definitely will sell higher compared to the NFT with lower attributes. And also, we are one type of application that we call a lifestyle commodity application. What do we mean by lifestyle commodity applications? Which means that because the goal of our application is an app that will accompany you almost every day you go. So whenever people go somewhere, whenever people try to start their day, they just log into our application and that's it. So this application will become like your daily activity partners, which means this application later also connected to a third-party vendors. Later, I will explain to you which third-party vendors and which third parties community we have already in contract with. And the good thing is that if let's say we cooperate, let's say with a very famous restaurant, let's say a restaurant down the street, already cooperated with a Motoverse. So every time you drive there, you approach this place like a restaurant or something, you will earn airdrop. You will earn some items, which means that we can also direct people to go certain places. So this later will have a much better practical implication that will explain to you later. And our user interface is very, very simple. Pretty much any smartphones can operate these applications. So which means that you don't have to have like the latest, let's say the latest iPhones or the latest Samsung phone. No, just old phone can also operate this application because this application is very small, only 25 megabytes in size. And it's very visual, very easy to use, so that people can, almost any age can use these applications. So there are certain type of how do you earn money or how do you earn profit out of this game. The first, what we call a drive to earn. So just like I mentioned before, you buy the NFT for let's say $100, and then you start to drive. After you finish driving, this application will give you tokens, and also this application will give your NFTs a chance for leveling up, a chance to upgrade your NFT. That's the first way to earn a token or to earn profit from this game. The second way to earn is actually called a rent to earn. So just like in a real world motorcycle, you don't actually have to buy the NFT yourself. So let's say people just, this is my first time trying this application. I don't want to spend a single penny on this. Can I just rent somebody else NFT? Sure, you can. So anybody who has NFT, they have a marketplace. We have a marketplace inside our application, and they can put their NFTs into our rentable list NFT. So other people can use these people's NFTs, and then they can just drive themselves. And then at the end of the day, at the end of the drivings, so they will share the profits between the holders of NFT and the people who rent the NFT. So pretty much you don't even have to buy NFT. You can still drive to earn using these systems. And the third is because, as I mentioned before, our NFT has attributes. So the more attributes you put in the NFT, the higher the value, the more people will look for this NFT, because Just imagine this NFT is like a money-making machine. So this NFT produce tokens, but the higher level NFT will produce better tokens compared to the low level NFT, which means if let's say you combine this NFT, you upgrade this NFT, later on you can sell this NFT also in our own NFTs marketplace for better profits. And of course, the last thing to earn profits is actually to stick to earn, which I believe most of you guys here are quite familiar with. So you stick your tokens and then you get interest based on the amount of token you stick. And we do have an in-game wallet here, so which means that inside the application you can immediately exchange your token into USDT, etc. Blah blah blah. And inside our application, we do charge some tax fee to sustain our operational. So this everything here is already listed in our white paper for you guys later to read on. And we have two types of token here. The first is called mile token, which is the token that we are doing the IDO right now, the initial DEX offering right now. The second token later will be called a Moto token. This token will be used for a high level upgrade. So we want to separate between a daily activity token, the money tokens, the currency token, with the token that people use later for upgrading their NFTs, high level NFT, and etc. And for the tokenomics itself, about 33% of our token distributions will be for the users who actually who plays the game, who enjoys the game. And for the public is about 12%, which means for the DEX, for the exchange, about 12% of the total distributions will be on the DEX itself. And about 25% goes to the DAO system. And also for the team is about 10%. And we have a social charity feedback here, which means about 10% of our Motoverse profit always goes to a specific account, so that these accounts can help people like people who was affected by these pandemics and poor families, orphanage, blah blah blah. So we try to create this social responsibility feedback from this project alone. Okay, so there is one part of the application. The second part of this application is what we call a community events. So what is a community events actually? So Motoverse already cooperated with several hotel chains called the Horizon Group, and we also cooperated with several supermarkets in Indonesia, Coco Mart, etc. That means if you own an NFTs, if you go to that hotels, you can get discounts. So this actually part of our NFTs features. So our NFT also works like a master membership system. Just imagine, I believe most of you guys here have, let's say you have a Starbucks membership, right? I have a Starbucks membership. I use that every single day when I go to the office. But I also have another membership, like hotel membership, like Marriott, called a Marriott Bonvoy, everything. The problem with those membership is that everything is based on their own system. These corporate, they are the one who creates these memberships. It's a bit different from Motoverse. Just imagine like a master membership, because remember, our target is try to make a driving experience more productive. So your NFT, the NFT itself is actually a membership that can be traded for discount in a hotel, for discount when you want to buy a food in the supermarkets, for discount when you want to buy food also in the restaurants and everything. So this will create a growing needs of this NFT. So our NFT is not just being used inside the game itself, but also being used outside the game. A real world application that people use this NFT also is for getting benefits from the restaurant, from the hotels, from whatever venue that cooperating with us. And also because we do have several brand ambassador that working with us right now. The holder of the NFT later also will get access for a fans meeting, like actress, actor, singer. So this master membership works in pretty much almost every field of whether it's a entertainment business, it's a restaurant, it's a hotel. This NFT is always has value in those venues. Just a quick recap for our roadmap. Right now, we are doing the PinkSale AMA, and tomorrow is the day one of our IDO, our initial DEX offering in PinkSale and Pancake. So basically, we have about 2 weeks period of IDO. So hopefully you guys can check us out on our website and everything to get access for this pre-sale period. And I think I've explained to you already. So 3 of us actually our team member here, me, Bill, and Frank. Me is coming from the capital market backgrounds, and I do own a listed company in Indonesia. So we are a very easy person to find. So you guys can pretty much Google our name. It's very easy to find. But also, in order to make sure that the project runs well, especially in Indonesia, we also partner up with the 2 important guys. The first guy is called Ibnu Riza. So he is the head of Indonesian Esport Gaming Associations. Because Indonesia has so many gaming communities, so every year, especially this November, they will actually the international gaming competition, Mobile Legends, PUBG, and everything will be held in Indonesia. So we are the main sponsor and the main partners of Indonesian Esport Gaming Associations, which means we also get benefit of an exposure to all of these groups. So this is part of our marketing strategy. So we are part of this Indonesian Esport Gaming Associations group. And also the second guy is Regi Sukmana. He's the guy inside Indonesian Internet Provider Association. So almost every events in Indonesia related to internet, whether it's a crypto projects or anything about marketplace, event, blah, 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 related to internet, APG, the Indonesia Internet Provider Association, will always be there. So we want to also get the best exposure in Indonesia, which is why we also have these 2 guys as part of our partnerships. So this is what we've done so far. So I've explained to you, we already partner up with Indonesian Esport Association. So we have some product knowledge and soft launching back in April and May, few months ago. So people from gaming community already knows about this project. People from the millennial generation already knows about this project. So this is what we've done so far. We have cooperated with the largest Indonesian esport associations, and we are quite happy to be able to be selected in Indonesian G20 as part of Indonesian Digital Economic Working Group. In this DEWG members, they are Facebook. They have now become Meta. They have Google, they have all the big unicorns, Tokopedia, Gojek. So we are part of these 20 selected companies that represent Indonesian growing economics, especially in the digital economics. So we also partner up with the Indonesia G20. And later in November, the presidential summits, we will be there. So we will get very good exposure also later in this event, because this event is a worldwide event. Most of the presidents from around the world will come to this event. And one of our strong backers is of course WIB Ventures. WIB Ventures is one of our supporter of this Motoverse. The guy behind WIB is also very, very supportive about our project, and hopefully the project can launch in a very nice and sustainable way. Okay, so this is something totally new. So normally in Indonesia, whenever you have an NFT, the problem with NFT is that you cannot use banks to pay for your NFT. So NFT, you pretty much have to pay cash. Our project is the first project in Indonesia, for the first time in Indonesia. Whenever you want to buy our NFT, you can actually pay by installment to a cooperative bank. This cooperative bank is called EasyCoop in Indonesia. So we have cooperated with a cooperative bank to make sure that anybody, let's say because not everybody can afford to buy an NFT. So even with a very, very little money, like a money to buy coffee, you can, for the first time, you can pay by installment for your NFT, which means that in Indonesia, in Motoverse, your NFT is regarded as an asset in a cooperative bank. This is the first time that it's been done in Indonesia. And also, before we launch the project, we already launched an online transportation system in Indonesia called Revo. So remember, because our motto is to become productive when you're driving. So we don't want to just do a proof of concept, but what we do here is that we want to prove to people that we already have people on the street using our application. So part of it is Revo Driver. So in Indonesia, Revo Driver is quite famous for people when they want to send stuff to somewhere. They use these services called Revo Driver. So Revo Driver is actually part of Motoverse. that we are proud of to make sure that this project is not just a conceptualized project, but also a project that has been running on the street live. And we hope that you guys here can participate as part of our Motoverse family lah. Okay, and in terms of marketing itself, it's very important for a project to have a very good marketing, to have a very good influential people. So what's the best is that we have Reza Arab. Maybe if you're not from Indonesia, Reza Arab is actually the guy behind Weird Genius. I believe you guys know some of their song already. Weird Genius is a international music group. Reza Arab is actually a famous DJ, and he's now the judge of Indonesian Got Talent. So Reza Arab is part of our Motoverse family. So the good thing is that because Reza Arab representing the whole millennial generations, so it's very easy to penetrate into these markets, because we do remember our target is not just creating a simple application. We want to create a commodity application, which means our target market is not just a crypto player, but also a normal people who commute to go to work every day, normal people who use, let's say, motorcycle or car to go somewhere every day, everybody. So we want to penetrate every single part of Indonesian markets. And we already checks out all the lists in terms of legal activities, especially in Indonesia. Maybe last time you guys heard about the news that Google, Facebook, they don't have license when they operate in Indonesia. So this presentation is for you guys to see that we already comply with all the necessity regulation-wise to run the projects in Indonesia. Part of them is actually the license from the Indonesian government that says we can run the projects, we can collect money from the project, and also we can do marketing for the projects itself. And our office is located at the top 3 Indonesian largest CBD, which means we are also, as I mentioned before, we are very easy to find. So there's our legal background. And because we are approaching a launching period by the end of this month, we are doing IDO starting from tomorrow with the price of only 0.02 US dollar per tokens. And later, maybe you guys can check out on the PinkSale system to participate in our IDO. Okay, so this is the third part of the presentation, a risk mitigation. For us, it's very important because the project itself, if let's say we only conceptualize, we have a nice concept, we have a nice marketing, we have a very nice system, we can penetrate into all the market. But what happens if the project fails? What happens if the project cannot maintain its liquidity? So this is what we do. Inside our system, we have a very specific algorithm called a RIMA. It's a risk mitigation algorithm. This algorithm is actually embedded into our servers, and this application is pretty much controls how much liquidity, how many NFT there is in the market, and they will adjust the earning system of each of these NFTs. So why this system exists is because we want everything to be safe. We want to maintain a good pricing for our token. We want to maintain the liquidity for our token, which means this has to be done in artificial intelligence way. So, the way this works is that this system reads the graph, reads the traffic of our token, and it sort of predicts, because we are using what we call a breeding algorithm. So they will try to predict, let's say, okay, in the next few days, maybe the trend will be like this. If the trend possibly will be like this, so the application, the back end numbers, the system number will try to adjust so that the earning system for everybody here can be formalized better. If I try to put into comparison, just imagine this like the Fed interest rate lah. So since token works like a real currency, so we have what we call like interest factors. These interest factors determine how much people earn tokens when they drive. So this also governs by the fact that how many people actually using the game, how many people burn the token, how many people use the token, how many people buy the token, and how many people actually utilize the tokens. And the most important thing also, because our token is used outside the game itself, like when you buy a food in the supermarket, you can also use our tokens and our NFT. You go to the hotel, you get discount also from our NFT and our token. So there are some token distribution stream that goes outside the DEX, that is spent outside the application ecosystem itself. This will help to maintain the liquidity itself, because everything, people will not just let's say they have the token. Let's say I hold the token and I hold the NFTs, and then maybe tomorrow I will go to the hotel somewhere because I need to go out outside cities, and then when I see, oh, I can get 20% discount by using my token. So actually I spend my token outside this exchange and outside the game application. That means it can create a better sustainable liquidity for our projects. This is actually just a recap from the tokenomics that I've explained already, but just much clearer numbers. Since we are, and this is the last presentation, it's a financial projection. So what we've done, because we are a capital market people, so we do aware how do we maintain liquidity. One way to maintain liquidity is, of course, we try to make sure that we try to control how many people are actually using the game, how the game behaves, and how much the token is being used and spent every single second and every single day. So based on all of our algorithm that I've explained to you before, so these financial projections that we see in the next 5 years try to ensure that token price will keep in steady increase. We don't want the token to be too volatile. We don't want the token to increase too high or drop too low. We want it to have a very steady increase by having what we call a liquidity coverage about 100% for every single day. So this is what we do. So we try to manage the risk. We try to do the marketings. We try to create an ecosystem that everybody can use, because as I explained, this is a commodity application. So before we start the project, we want to make sure we already got the people running on the street, Revo. We got it covered by the cooperative bank. We got it covered by a very good risk mitigation planning. We already got it covered by a systematic plans that make sure people cooperated with something. And I just want to explain the last bit here, just only a few minutes. So because our application relies on people or community actually who plays the game, right? So we already cooperated with Indonesian online transportation system. So if you look at this presentation here, we have about total 100,000 to 150,000 members active that is actually using using our application on daily basis. So this to ensure that we keep the community growing for every single day, every single week, and every single month. We also have cooperated with several hotel chains, Horizon Hotel, Coco Mart, and everything, to make sure that the token and the NFT will be used outside the gaming or the exchange itself. And the last bit is that if you guys want to download our application, at the moment what we are doing here is that you just click register. Once you register, we will send you instruction on how to play the games. And we have also a group inside. It's a Telegram group and Discord group, how to manage the game, how do you guys be able to earn the game. So you guys can check our game in the Google Play as well. And the last bit here is that just quick demos on our application. So this application requires you just to input an email address. So after you put email address there, what you need to do is you will get an email verifications. So after you get email verification, I just speed this up. Okay, once you get the email, once you log in, and then this is actually the main page. Okay, so this is the main page. This is your NFT that you are equipping right now, and then this is the NFTs gallery. And we also have NFT marketplace. And this is when you try to, this is the gems. This is the attributes that you will plug into your NFTs. And the next step is actually showing how are you guys be able to level up your NFT. So you just level up the NFT also using the token itself, which means the token is always being used in every single activities in the game. So once you level up your NFT enough, you can start to unlock the socket. So you have total of about 4 sockets. So you can unlock one of them, and each socket has different attributes, has different effects on your NFTs. And based on your accumulated points, when you drive, you can put it into these attributes. The more attributes you have, the higher the sales value later, and the bigger the earning you will get from this from the tokens. So in the video, you see that we have upgraded and we have updated the points. We added the points, the attributes, and now is try to unlock the sockets, and then equip the gems into these NFTs. And when you sell the NFT later, everything is there. The gems, the accessories, and everything is sold as one package for this NFT smart contract systems. And the last bit is that when you start to drive, so this is a drive mode period, drive mode windows. So what you need to do is just click drive. That's it. You just go about your business. You just drive. You go somewhere. You go to the mall. You go to the school. You go to meet your girlfriend. And then this application also have built-in maps that shows location. So just imagine comparing if you open Google Map and you earn nothing, you open this application, you earn something. So there is a very quick way to let people use our game. So this game actually tracks how fast you drive and how long you've been driving using the NFT as the money making machines for the tokens. After you finish driving, what you need to do is just click pause, or it will automatically stop by itself after it runs out of gas. And after a while, you will get your token. So we get 15 token miles, and you can directly exchange your tokens into. We also have this historical data that you can share with your friends. We can also have this online rally system where you can actually drive together. Blah blah blah. So we have. You guys can check our application and maybe use the applications and try it yourself. And hopefully what we want to do is we want to create a very community-based project where the community itself is the driven sustainability of the project. So I think that's the end of the presentations. Any questions is always welcome, and thank you so much.
Yeah, Ronnie, that was a really, really good presentation to the point where you answered almost all of my questions with the presentation. So yeah, congratulations, well done. The game looks amazing, and yeah, everything looks really, really good. Good to see you guys taking this so serious. I don't want to take up too much time because I want the community to ask questions as well. But one of my questions that I will ask is about WIB and how much they invested in your game. If you can tell us anything about that, that would be good, and then we'll get questions from the audience.
Okay, sure. So total investment from WIB is actually because part of the deal with WIB is that we also have to be listed in the WIB itself, because WIB is also an exchange. So total investment from WIB is $400,000 US. So investment is actually being used to actually runs the project and do this offline marketing as well. Because just to explain a bit, we have both online and also offline marketing system. Whether the online is actually everything related to marketing activities through digital platforms, social media, and everything. But we also have an offline marketing, which means that we have people on the street that is in their shops that is actually selling these NFTs and promoting this application to their friends, their agencies, and so it's like an agency system. So there is maybe that's to answer your question, bro.
All right. Well, guys, let's get some questions for the Motoverse team. Please raise your hands and remember to ask one question only. We'll try to get through as many questions as we can. So let's start. Vivian, if I can get to you. Hey, Vivian, go for it. Vivian?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey.
Hi, hello, yeah.
Hello, am I audible?
Hello, yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, I have a quick question. My question is about the airdrop. I see there is a Glen contest which is already ended, where 5,000 people who participated and qualified will receive a mass cap of $20 worth of your token, which is calculated to $100. Now, with such amount of airdrop, I would love to know if you guys will be implementing a vesting period in which each investors would have a specific period of time to claim 100% of the airdrop in order to avoid causing it from dumping and affecting the chart.
Yeah, okay. Sure. So of course we do have a fasting period for the airdrops, and here I have Arson here. Arson, Agung.
Can you hear me?
Hi,
Vivian
Arson.
is waiting for us.
Maybe can unmute Arson. Yeah, Arson is
Yeah,
actually one of my team.
He's
I can
unmuted.
hear you. I can hear you.
No, Vivian, he's talking about somebody in his team.
Hang on.
That's okay. Maybe.
Let me just close this screen sharing for a while. Okay. Oops.
That's okay. We can move on to the next question if you like and wait for us.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Maybe later once Arson is already with us, he will try to answer your question regarding about the fasting periods for this airdrop.
Yeah, there is. Thanks, Viv.
Okay.
But there is, yeah. I don't think there's going to be a vesting period based on what I've been seeing. So, but anyway, we'll move to the next one. Joshua,
Sure.
do you want to go next?
Can you hear me?
Hey, buddy.
Hi, hello, hi, mate. Yeah.
Okay, so very quickly, my question is about their rental system. What I just want to know is how long does it take to rent out? If I rent out my NFT, how long will the rentage last? And for the commission, will there be any percentage going to the team? Also, I would like to know who determines the price of the NFT I'm renting out. Does the team have any say in the amount I'm renting out?
Okay, sure. That is actually a very good question. So, how long they can rent their NFT is actually when they first list their NFT for rent, they can specify how long. For example, let's say, I know that, let's say, for example, I have NFTs, but I know that in the next 5 days, I will not be going outside. So I will just stay at home. So I will just set my NFTs renting period 5 days in the application itself. So later, within these 5 days, it can be rented by one guy who rent it for 5 days, or maybe can be rented by, let's say, two guys. The first guy for 2 days and the second guy for 3 days. So it later depends on the bidding sessions of their, because when you rent your NFT in our application, you have to fill in the length, how long you want to plan to rent these NFT, and what is the profit sharing. So the profit sharing system works like this: the higher the NFTs level and the higher the NFT attributes, like the higher the NFT qualities, so the higher the percentage of the NFT holders will get in terms of the profit sharing itself. So this also this means that it's very obvious, just like a real properties lah. So if let's say you have a very luxurious condotel, so of course the profit sharing, because you invested the time and effort and also the money in the beginning more compared to the other person who just bought the NFT. So the profit sharing for the higher level NFT will be bigger for the project, for the NFT holders, compared to the low level NFTs. And how does it work? So whenever they finish driving, the token will be distributed immediately. Let's say your NFT is at level 20, and after you rent these NFTs to some guy over there, and they agree upon a 70-30% profit sharing. So 70% goes to the NFT holders, 30% goes to the people who rent the NFT. After they drive, immediately the tokens will be distributed. 70% goes to your wallet, 30% goes to the people who rent your NFT. So which means that you can get recurring by just imagine like this NFT, you invest in NFT, just like when you invest in a condotel or hotel rooms or apartments. And this NFT, what you need to do is just keep renting to anybody. What you do is just leveling up your NFT. Once your NFT is your NFT level is high enough, you can just sit down and then enjoy what the other people actually doing the work for you. So this is the renting system that actually embedded into our application. So that is generally how it works. Hopefully that answers your questions.
Yeah. It does answer my question. Thanks for the opportunity, Sean. Cheers.
Awesome, man. Yeah.
Thanks so much. All right, Helsa, do you want to go up next?
Can you hear me?
Yep, go for it, man.
Okay, Rooney, nice presentation, but I think your communication speed was actually fast because we are from different aspects of the world, so it was difficult
sorry.
to understand most time. Okay, so yeah, thank you. My question is basically there is an allocation in your tokenomic that has to do with the DAO system. So I didn't actually get you on that aspect because I'm actually interested. So we don't basically understand what that allocation, which is 25%, which is actually not, how is it located in the DAO system and how is it distributed? Is it for actually the community members, token holders, and so I want to really get the concept behind that DAO system because I also see 10% for charity, which is for social gain. So what is it and the 25% for?
Sorry. Can you help to repeat the last sentence again because the voice is breaking up?
Okay.
Charity.
I'm asking for the 25% allocation for the DAO system in your tokenomics.
Oh, you mean the DAO system in the tokenomics? What is being used for? Is that correct? The questions?
Yes, the 25% allocation in the DAO system in your tokenomics.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So the reason why we have this DAO system is because remember, as part of Motoverse, Motoverse is not just a project that is being built by developers. Our strong point is that if we have another community, like let's say a restaurant community, because in Indonesia here, let's say if there is a specific place where you want to find food, like it's a group of restaurant owners who opens shops very close to each other. So the reason why DAO system is 25%, as high as 25%, is because we allocate the budgets to make sure that we have enough tokens to sustain the expansion of our partnership with these other groups. Remember again, because Motoverse is not just a project that is one-dimensional. That is very normally a project is mostly like one-dimensional. There's a developer who make a game and the user who play the game. Our project is different. Our project, we cooperate. We always have this cooperation with third-party vendors. These third-party vendors, like restaurant owners or hotel owners, or even as part of the government's let's say a government education's programs. So this keeps growing up, which means that every time we partner up with new partners, new vendors, or new third-party vendors, the value of Motoverse keeps increasing. So just imagine you have one master developers and there are sub-developers inside this master developer. That is what Motoverse is all about. So this DAO system is very important to sustain those expansions of our future plannings. At the moment, we only have fews like the hotel chains and the supermarkets to be able, for the people who owns our NFT to be able to use it, to be able to gain the benefits. But in the future, of course, we will cooperate again with more and more partners. That means that your NFT value will get higher and higher every time we partner up with these third-party vendors. And that is where the DAO system comes about. We need a very, very good allocations to sustain this expansion to our third-party vendors. Yeah, I think hopefully that will answer your questions.
Yeah, it did, but I have a backup question, but I've joined the community and I'll come and to clarify that aspect of it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sienna.
Sure. Thank you so much, mate.
Akshaj, do you want to go up next, buddy?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, awesome. How are you?
How are you?
Great. Thank you. So my question was like I saw that there's an option to customize the NFT with different traits after level 30. So firstly, I want to ask that when we can customize the traits, so those traits will be having the same rarity or can those be different? Because in case if each will be having like different rarity, I mean to say that the rarity will be different. That someone can add like rarity 1, rarity 2, or like that. So while selling the NFT, it might differ a lot because everyone will be choosing the higher traits. which might result in disruption for the NFT. So how are you planning to balance this?
Okay. This is a very, very interesting question. I love this question. So, uh, uh, one of our major attributes just imagine like this. We have total about 4 attributes for you to choose which one you want to level up. So just imagine like a real games. Maybe I believe you guys have played some games before. So whether you want to become a tankers or you want to become a magicians or you want to become like a long shooters persons. So this also goes the same with the NFTs. The thing is there are 4 attributes. Each attribute contributes to different aspect of the game. Some attributes actually lets you to have a bigger tanks, bigger fuel tanks, bigger fuel tanks for your NFT, which means you can drive to earn longer. Some attributes actually allows you to get better repair cost because your NFT needs to be repaired by spending some energy and such. So some attributes actually try to eliminate the needs of keep repairing all the time. And there are attributes actually that actually increasing your token. There are attributes that there are one attributes that we believe most people will try at the beginning, try to upgrade this part is to earn more tokens. So there are many attributes that people needs to try and people need to balance out. So the thing is, whenever they try to upgrade, they can immediately upgrade once they reach a level at level 5 or level 2. You can immediately put points on these attributes. At level 5, you can unlock a new accessories items that you can plug into the equipments of the NFT. At level 10 and level 15, you can unlock more sockets or more parts of this NFT for you to be able to upgrade even more. So if you compare, okay, which one I need to upgrade the best, it depends on your playing style. It depends on how you plan to manage the drive to earn aspect of this game. Maybe someone thinks that, okay, maybe I drive not for so long. Maybe I just drive only 10 minutes every day, but I drive very, very frequent because I go to one place to another. So that will require you to have different attributes to upgrade. Compare with the person is they drive for 8 hours one time drive, but they drive for so long, 8 hours across cities. So that will have a totally different strategies in the game that will make the games more excited. So we want to create a discussion just like what you just said right now in the group. That people keep asking, okay, which one is the best if my driving behavior is like this, blah blah blah. So this will create a different varieties of these upgraded NFTs. And of course, every NFT has qualities. So the qualities reflects how rare your NFT will be. The more rare the NFT, the higher your initial attributes when you first level up your NFT. So the rare NFT actually has a total amount of attributes point that has the highest total amount of attributes point for you to invest in this specific attributes to upgrade. So I love the question. So this is actually part of our discussion later when you play the game. So we have a few actors who actually use the game can help to support and maybe some people have different theories that maybe these attributes better invest in these attributes better because of blah blah blah. So this is the fun of this application is that there is no rules for you to upgrade. So it depends, and every style of driving it's always different. So that's hopefully answer your questions.
Thanks.
Thanks, Akshaj. Sujay, do you want to go up next?
Hey, Shano. Hey, Ronnie.
Hi, brother. Yeah.
Hey, great presentation. Looks like you have a solid team in place. My question was going to be about the rally mode. I see that in your white paper. I see it's still marked as under development. But what I wanted to know is the way you envision it, is it going to be like users sign up for this rally? And then is the goal going to be who completes the target first to get on the leaderboard, and then people who sort of finish on the podium get extra tokens on top of what they earn based on the distance traveled? And also, if I may add to that question, one of the things I kind of worry about is if you do it this way, is there going to be, are you going to invoke a sense of competition amongst the community? And is there going to be a safety challenge there where people are trying to finish the target before others and, start overspeeding and stuff?
Okay, sure. Yeah. Well, awesome questions. Okay. So yeah, correct. We have this rally system. Let me explain to you the reason why we have this rally system as part of this development pipeline. In Indonesia, and I believe not just Indonesia, in many part of the world, there's always a communities. In Indonesia, the biggest community for motorcycle right now is Gojek. Gojek is actually a transportation online application that people use every day. Like 80% of the people who travels by taxi is always use that applications lah. So they form a groups. So this group normally the size is about ranging from 100 people to as big as like 100,000 or even millions of people in this group. And in this group they pay monthly services fee. This monthly services fee is being used to create events. This event is like, okay, we drive rally together to go somewhere and meet. And once you reach the destination, you will be hosted with a nice venue, drinks, and maybe meet some actress, meet some influential people to share, and blah blah blah. So this is part of how the community runs in Indonesia for these drivers. And because of that, we want, since we already cooperated with them anyway, we have total about 50 communities right now in our hands, as I've shown already. So we need to create, we have the need to create these events almost every week, whether it's an anniversary or somebody's having birthday, or even when somebody got an accident, they cover for that as well, like the insurance system inside these groups. So the rally system works like this. It actually doesn't have anything related with the speed, because in Motoverse, the way you can earn is not by speeding. It's actually you have to drive within a specific driving range. Speed range. So reason being is because we don't want to create a very dangerous community where they drive as fast as they can. So the way this application works is that you can earn tokens based on your attributes. There's a formula inside these attributes. If you drive within this range, and this range we discussed with the Minister of Transportation in Indonesia is what we call a safe driving range, speed lah. So that ranges between 20 and 50 kilometers per hour in Indonesia. So that's how we govern our earning system. It's not by speeding up, but actually, if you drive within this certain speeds, you can earn tokens. You pretty much like you produce tokens if you drive within this range. If you drive over the range, you will not get token. If you drive too slow or if you stop, then you don't get tokens. So that's how the system works. And how is it implemented into the rally system? So the rally system is like all this group of people when they drive. It's actually it's like they accumulate points. So it's not like whoever got to the destination point will be the number one. No, but the more people who participate in the event, the more points they can get. And later on, these points can be exchanged into benefits. It can be tickets for concert. It can be it can be discount when they buy motorcycle. Just a sneak peek, we are actually in the process of dealing with the electric motorcycles distributors, because we also want to promote a healthier style of transportation. So as part of our points later inside this rally system will be used also to get discount whenever they want to buy electric vehicles here or motor vehicles here. So I think you dive in very deep into our web paper, which I love it very much. And so that's how I can explain generally about the rally system. Hopefully that answers your questions.
Definitely. You're very thorough with your answers. I think you covered all of my different points in the question. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Love it.
Good work.
Thank you, Shano.
Good stuff. Guys, I know we're going a little bit over time, but we'll get one last question from Super J, if you'd like to go up next.
Hello guys. Hello Shino.
Hey buddy.
Yeah, thanks for the
Hi, hello.
opportunity. Yeah, hello, man. My question is based on the NFT marketplace. I just want to know something. Will you guys allow other gaming projects to use your NFT marketplace, to list their own NFT, as it's gonna give more publicity and more income? Yeah, lead more income.
Okay, sure. Yeah, nice question, brother. So, how do you trade our NFT? There are two ways. Of course, first is inside our own marketplace. That is, we have what we call the Genesis NFT or initial NFT. So that's where you mostly buy your initial NFT there. But there's also a second marketplace, which this marketplace also is we cooperated with a different marketplace in Indonesia, such as I think there's an OpenSea, there's a Toko Crypto here, Toko NFT in Indonesia, blah blah blah. So this NFT later will be treated not just into the inside our own marketplace, but also the other marketplace as well. So the question is, what's the difference? The difference is that in our own marketplace, if you buy you can get a specific NFT, what we call the signature NFT. So just imagine that we are the first shop holders, and then the other marketplace later on is actually like our distributor shops. So these distributors also will earn some income based on what they sell. If let's say they sell our NFT, they will also earn incomes, blah blah blah, and that's common. But if you want to find like the first release of the first version of the initial NFT, then you go to our own marketplace. So that is how we treat the marketplace. We don't want to monopolize a single marketplace, because we know some people have accounts in different marketplace, and some people wants to be able to the NFT to be traded in other marketplaces as well. So we do aware of the facts, and which means that this other marketplace is also we support this other marketplace to make sure our NFT is pretty much spread it all across these different marketplaces. But of course, if you want to find the Genesis or the initial NFTs or the latest NFTs, you go to our own marketplace. I think that hopefully answer your questions.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the answer. Thank you, Shaina.
Thank you so much, brother.
All right, everybody. I know there's plenty more questions for Ronnie and the team from Motoverse, but I recommend that everybody head to the Motoverse Telegram and feel free to join. We've got the links pinned in PinkSale, so yeah, feel free to jump into that. But otherwise, Ronnie, again, thank you very much, mate, for coming out. Amazing presentation, really cool project.
Thank you so much.
I'm actually, I wish we could speak a little bit more about this and see more gameplay. But yeah, if you'd like to take some time and say some final words, and then we'll wrap it up, mate.
Sure. Yeah. So first of all, just want to say thank you so much for this wonderful community. We do aware that the success of the project depends on the community itself, which is why our strongest marketing is actually the community itself. So it's an awesome community. Is very the question is very, very good, and awesome also for Shano for hosting this event. One last thing for me is it's just one quick sentences. Whenever you want to buy something, there's a term called a sunrise property and sunset properties. That means you know that currently right now, world economic is not doing very well. There will be a major recession in the next year. People hearing about blah blah blah. Oh, crypto not doing very well. The Bitcoin price blah 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 stuck and everything. But that is where that is the time actually when you want to invest. So you invest actually when the market is down, and then you sell when the market is up. So to point out, there is another type of sunrise property or sunrise investment. It's also what we call the sunrise project. Sunrise project is a project that we think has what we call a network effect. What is a network effect? A network effect project is a project that it has a exponential value increase whenever they have more customers. The more they have user, the more they have this added benefit keep accumulating. So we believe that our we call it a commodity application project is the foundation of this network effect type of project. And hopefully you guys can understand about our projects. And any questions you can just chat us in our Telegrams, social media. But one last thing again, thank you so much for this awesome community. Shana, you're awesome, and everybody here, thank you so much for your time.
Awesome, mate. Thank you, Ronnie. Take care, buddy. All the best. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye. Good night, guys.